And here we go. Welcome to the Sabby and Jaybe show. I am one of your hosts, Jaybe. What's up, Sabby Sabs?
What's going on, Jaybe? We have a good one today, I think.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have a good one today.
Oh, yeah. Good to see all of you here today. The Sabby and Jaybe show is every single Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find Sabby every single time on RBN on Thursdays and Fridays. You can find her at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. And you have a show going on tonight, right, Sabs?
Yeah.
All right. Great. And then you can also find me on Sundays, Tuesdays in addition, as well as you can find me on my channel, the JB Font channel, on Tuesdays at 2. So good to see all of you here. If you have not already, please make sure to subscribe to our Substack. You guys can go to revolutionaryblackout.substack.com. Also, thank you and shout out to all the patrons on Patreon as well. If you guys have not already, then if you would like to, you guys can also contribute to our fundraiser for our graphics designer, Erin. She does an amazing job with our graphics, which we will show you in a little bit. You guys can go to Venmo at Revolutionary Blackout or Cash App $ Mutual Aid Forever. And just as an early aside, just to let you guys know, I'm also raising money for the RBN Mutual Aid fundraiser for the Orlando chapter, and we are almost to our goal. We are 5% to the goal, just letting you guys know. So if you guys like to, you guys can actually contribute by going to Cash App $Orlando RBN. So thank you so very much to everybody in advance. Now let's get to the people in the chat and say hello. Ready? All right, kids. I can't hear you.
Whoa.
Hi, Captain. All right, Serena coming in saying, greetings, comrades. I heard about the tree falling down on the Satan's mansion. Now, both our state's governors got screwed over by trees.
Yep, I saw that.
Wait.
Ron
Savvy,
DeSantis is not having a good week, JB.
He is not. I'm going to sing a little song for you, and it's going to take you back to your childhood. Watch. Some people take for granted some of the best things ever planted. They should be enchanted, should appreciate their trees. Dun, dun, dun. Trees, part of the Arbor Day Foundation, spread the world around the nation about trees. Trees are terrific. Ha-ha.
Oh, man.
Remember that infomercial? No. Not infomercial. It was a PSA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Thank God for trees. All right. We have Eric T. Ray coming in saying, hit the like. That's right. Hit the like so it can push us out into the algorithm. Kim coming in saying, hello, Sabby. Hello, JB. Hello, everyone in chat. Thank you.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. A spot of tea.
We're silly tonight, guys. Sorry.
Yep. Because we tired.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, it's been a long one. Yeah. Bryce Smith coming in saying, what up, JB, Sabby, and everyone. Gamer coming in saying, hello. Samuel saying, sup, y'all. Sup, Samuel. Good to see you, Samuel. All right. Who else do we have in here just to get a couple more up in here? Serena, who you calling Fruity? Just messing with you. R.I.P. George Hashbash says, hi, JB and Sabby. Sean Miller coming in with the New York Yer. All right. Pirate coming in saying, hey, everyone. All right. Good to see you, Pirate. And we have Sophia 44 saying, just finished watching Sabby and Glenn. Ooh.
Based. Glenn is awesome, man.
Yep. And then we have Steve Wolbrandt coming in saying hello as well. Uh-oh. Then we have a super chat from Roger. Roger says, hey guys, love you on Glenn. Don't forget to call Cynthia. Yeah. I forgot. Thank you, Roger.
Yeah, Roger knows I forgot to. And yeah, he knows us very well, JB.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to do it after the stream. I don't know if it's gonna be too late though. I'll try. Okay. Thank you, Roger. All right, we have Rick Solis coming in and saying, "Hey, y'all, damn, Roger be on me, man." Greg, that tree is based.
Oh dear.
Yep. Roger says trees. I thought you were talking 420.
Oh my God, Roger. Roger, get your head out of the gutter, Roger. Come on.
This is the bad part, is that me and Roger were actually thinking the same thing.
Oh no.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 2, the foe, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Dr. Dre is at the dope.
Ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Ain't nothing but the G came back.
Sorry, guys.
Ilhanar says, "Hey, y'all, hang with y'all till I can play Starfield. Go ahead with your bad self." Alan coming in saying, "Hey, guys." Tomas saying, "Sup, guys." And let me do Dana Fairbanks. Good to see you. Donald B says, "Hey, everyone. And let's get to the story. Everybody else, good to see you. Nice to have you in the chat as well." Now, what we talking about? What we talking about, Sabs? What you talking about, Sabby?
Donald Trump and forgotten men.
Oh, sookie now. Now, if you see them forgotten men, they look like me. Why? This is gonna be interesting. Now, you guys already know how we feel about Donald Trump. Like, y'all know how I feel, right? As far as Sabby, you've made it pretty clear how you feel about Donald Trump. In comparison, and when somebody says either or is better than the other, what is your typical response to when someone says, "Oh, well, Donald Trump's better than Joe Biden," or "Biden is better than Donald Trump"?
I mean, they're both fairly similar when you look at economics, right? Like when you look at some of the things that actually the economy is worth under Joe Biden. Like, let's just keep it real, right? Mm-hmm. But they're similar in ways. Like we talked about how the fact that Trump is more overt about certain things, like the climate issue, for example. Trump will say, "We're bringing back plastic straws," right? Mm-hmm. Joe Biden won't say we're bringing back plastic straws, but Joe Biden will sign legislation to continue drilling, right? So fracking. So it's they still do things that support the status quo for the most part. So there's really not that much of a difference. It's just that one is overt and one is covert. That's how I see it.
Basically. So thank you so much. And no, Beaver Boys, I'm not taking off my shirt. Let's get to the video that I actually have queued up for us. I'm also looking at the chat at the same time. So this is actually a commentary that was brought up by Jesse Waters. You have two different sides that are feuding over what what Jesse Waters said. And so I want to go through this. And Sabs, if you have any commentary that you want to give while I'm playing this, please just let me know to stop so you can give some commentary on this as well. But let's talk about this. I'll see you on the other side.
Over the weekend, with the help of mugshot merchandise, the Trump campaign raked in over $7 million. Today, my garbage man told me he's buying mugshot t-shirts for everyone he knows this Christmas. The mugshots up on the side of buildings in the inner city. The 2016 phenomenon's happening all over again. Trump won that election because of a laser-like focus on the forgotten man. A bond was formed back then that can never be broken. And there's a new forgotten man, the black man. Democrats have forgotten about him. The media and the professional class are so fixated with smearing and disqualifying one man that they've forgotten that the Democratic Party should be fixated on fixing problems.
Hey, let me ask you, Sabs, are black men the new forgotten man?
Could be, right? It could be if Donald Trump were to play this in that way. Like he could easily play it in that direction. It's hilarious to me, though. I'm seeing people like actually creating murals of Donald Trump, like in the hood. Like, again, this goes back to that hero worship, though.
Mm-hmm.
And we always have to continue to address the fact that there's no one person that's coming to save you. And I feel like for Americans, for whatever reason, I feel like we have to have someone to idolize.
Mm-hmm.
You ever feel that way?
Yeah, I see that as a narrative that's always pushed forward. Yeah.
Or someone to put up on a pedestal, so to speak. Like I feel like we always have to have that.
Yeah. I would push back against Jesse Waters and say black men are not the new forgotten man. We are the original forgotten man.
That's a good point. I think in reference to campaign purposes, I think that Donald Trump will try to spin it. He will try to spin it in a way that was not recognized during his 2016 campaign. Mm-hmm. Because during his 2016 campaign, he was talking to working class white people. He was talking about them when he said the forgotten man, right? That's who he was speaking to in the audience. But he could take this and spin it in a way now to make it seem like, oh, I'm speaking to you too. You know, I'm speaking to black guys, black men that have been unfairly punished by the criminal justice system in this country. And you know what's funny though, JB? People will fall for this.
Many already have, and that's part of what we're talking about. But let's continue. All right.
Better wages, better jobs, better schools, better healthcare. Democrats have overpromised and underdelivered for Black Americans for decades. And as this election rolls around, Democrats once again are obsessed with Trump instead of their most dependable voter. The mugshot crystallized that.
He got indicted? And Trump got a target on his back just like a black man. Y'all keep messing with him. Hey, Trump, go ahead and wipe that white paint out your face, man. You black now. You good in the hood. As far as I know, Trump is black. When
JB.
Oh, Sabs, go ahead.
Are you guys hearing this? Like those of you in the audience, are you hearing this? Like this is ridiculous. This is how far it's gone now though, JB.
Oh. This is Bill Clinton all over again.
Yep. When Bill Clinton played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall, when Bill Clinton said that he smoked weed, but he did not inhale. You know, it was a similar thing where some people from the black community were like, oh, yeah, Bill Clinton gets the black card. Why? Why?
Why the fuck are we doing this?
Stop giving that card away to people. Remember they gave that card to Justin Timberlake. You saw how that saw how that turned out.
Sabs, giving the black card away is like giving a credit card to just anybody. You can't, because if you're irresponsible with it, then you're going to screw over everybody in your circle. You can't just give the black card away to anybody. Right? Hell, I think that Obama's black card should be rescinded.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got anything else before I continue?
No, it's we predicted that they would make him a martyr, right?
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm. All right.
Trump is black. When are you guys gonna learn? The more you indict, the more we unite. Gangsters, how about Trump 2024? You heard me? Woo woo! Gangsters. The hood got this man back. It's Trump 2024. That's what it's gonna be, because we ain't having nothing else.
Arresting Donald Trump not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times did something I thought was impossible. It made Donald Trump into a sympathetic character. Made a billionaire a victim of the man. I know.
It does. And there's more videos like that, you guys. Like if you go on TikTok, there's more videos like that. We're not even showing you all the crazy videos.
I got more. I got more. He said that they made people sympathize with the billionaire.
Yep. I was just recording on Bad Faith, and Bree and I talked about this towards the end. And one of the things I was saying to her is I was like, the way that they went about the indictments, like waiting until Donald Trump announced he was running for presidency to issue that very first indictment, the way that they went about doing it is what caused some of this. Why didn't they indict Donald Trump before he announced he was running for president? They had plenty of time, JB. Donald Trump's been out of office since the end of 2020. So they had plenty of time. They waited until after he announced that he was running, and then they decide to indict Donald Trump. Are they stupid?
Yes. Sis, let me, oh God. Okay, so here's the thing. The Democrats are so stupid that they gave this motherfucker street cred. They gave him street cred. Like, how dumb can y'all be?
Rappers gonna be making songs about him again. Watch.
Yeah.
You guys forget that Donald Trump used to be in rap videos.
Yeah. He used to roll with, rappers because they wanted to be like him.
Yep. He was also in that the Bobby Brown music video for Ghostbusters, the On Our Own song. Donald Trump was in that music video too. This is why I'm like, what is happening here? I better not. I'll tell you right now. I better not roll up to my family's neighborhood. I better not roll up to see my relatives and see them wearing Trump mugshot shirts. I would tell, take it off.
If I could afford to go back to Jersey and go see my family.
Take it off.
Oh my gosh. Lord and Lord. All right. There's also something I want to notice about what Jesse says, but let me continue.
No, sounds crazy. Black Americans throughout our history have felt unfairly victimized by the system. Historically, there's some truth to that. The mugshot unintentionally created a bond between Donald Trump and Black Americans.
Y'all done lock Big Trump up like that? I don't appreciate none of that. Because let me tell y'all something now. These other presidents be saying good stuff to you, but doing bad stuff to you. Trump might be saying some bad stuff, but he was doing some good stuff. Check the record. Out of all the people this man could have freed, man, he freed Lil Wayne, man, the GOAT. He freed Kodak.
Hold up. Let me enlarge this so y'all can see my face. Lil Wayne. His skills as a rapper do not dictate how virtuous he is as a human. Now, if you want to talk about, oh my God, I think I forgot the lady's name who got freed. I think it was, is it Alice Johnson? Can't remember.
You talking about one of the people that Trump pardoned?
Part of the First Step Act. Kim Kardashian actually came and spoke to him, and then he ended up
I remember that,
pardoning her. But yeah, so it's crazy because like it's not, it's like, yes, he did that part, the First Step Act. That's one thing that the Democrats should have one-upped him on. The Democrats should have one-upped him on it, but they didn't. The Democrats could have did a lot of things. The Democrats could have passed healthcare for all in this amount of time, but they didn't. They could have canceled student loan debt, but they didn't. They could have tried to push for a national rent control, but they didn't. They could have took the rent moratorium and then made sure that everybody's rent was paid. They could have did it. It would have been billions. It would have been trillions of dollars. But I mean, they literally dumped $4 trillion into the stock market. So what? They literally could have made sure that everybody's rent was canceled for a few months during the pandemic.
Obama pardoned people towards the very end of his second term. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
But still, he could have done so much more in reference to the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
How you let Trump get cred for? Think about this, guys.
How you gonna let him outdo you with black people?
Right.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
bruh, this is the party of our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents. They had the Democrats had black people on lock. And now they're starting to leave, which I'm happy about. I actually want black people to leave the Democratic Party. But I don't want black people going from one crack house to another.
And that's what's been happening too. And especially if you look at the polls, that recent poll from Fox News, I think you saw it too, Jaybe, where it said 20% of African Americans support Donald Trump now compared to 8% in 2020.
20%. Now,
That's
here's
crazy.
the thing I find I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all. Sorry.
Okay. Here's the thing I find ironic from Jesse Waters. Jesse Waters is like, well, yeah, because black people have been treated unfairly and badly all this time in the United States. I'm like, which one is it? Because when conservatives are saying, oh, yeah, black people, they've been treated badly throughout this country. Meanwhile, when Trump was doing all right, and then we were complaining about the system, it's, oh man, you guys just need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You guys are doing fine. It's like, which one is it, Jesse?
But he also said historically that is true. That's true right now.
Yeah. Which one is it? Are we being oppressed or are we not being oppressed? See, this is the thing you got to realize. A lot of these right-wingers, especially these right-wingers in the Republican Party, they are just like Democrats. They're very choosy with their language. They're no different. Look at Jesse Waters as no different than a Joyanne Reid on MSNBC. They are just two sides of the same coin. That's it. And so when you hear somebody like Jesse Waters say something like that, it's like, wait a minute. This is the same guy that would be saying, oh, all you guys need to do is just pull yourself by your bootstraps. What are you doing? It's like, no. It's like, you would be saying something completely different if this wasn't the case. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Let's continue, because I ain't going to lie, though. His edge is tight. But
He free Kodak. You know what I'm saying? And y'all done locked Big Trump up. Y'all got him in Atlanta, man. Free Big Trump.
Donald Trump's support for Black Americans has steadily been going up. In 2020, Biden won 91% of the Black vote. Trump had 8%. Just 3 years later, Biden's down 30 points with Black America.
That's the bigger thing. Down 30 points?
It's really embarrassing, right? Like, to be the sitting president right now and to go from 91% to 61%. It's with Black voters. What did you do? I mean, Obama didn't have those numbers. Bill Clinton didn't have those numbers.
Shout out to Case Study QB for this clip, by the way. I forgot to say that, but
Case.
Yeah.
And for sitting through the torture of it too. Can we add that part, JB? Can we add the part about sitting through the torture?
Yes. Case is a saint, man, because this man be sitting through all this corporate media stuff just to clip it for everybody. Woo, Lord, God bless Case Study.
Case to the B.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's drastic. Lost 31 points. I'm sorry, 30 points among Black people. Good.
Mm-hmm. And that doesn't include us because we weren't polled.
No, we weren't.
Wait a minute. I just thought about something.
What's up?
Joe Biden lost 30% of African-American voters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trump gained 12%.
Mm-hmm.
30%, 12%.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that difference go? Right? Where does that difference go? Think about it, guys.
I see you. I see you, Sabs. Huh. Good thinking.
I'm going to pull it up now. Let me go to, it was 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. That's the wrong thing. I hate this. This computer is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
How the calculator app and the calendar app look the same? Okay, sorry. 18% difference.
Yeah.
So where does that 18% go? Think about it, guys. That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah. That's 8. Ooh, Lord. All right. Let's keep going.
Points with Black America. Trump's up 12%. There's a reason for that. A few of them. Metropolitan areas are rapidly decaying under Democrat leadership, not to mention inflation's eating away at Black bank accounts.
That's not just in blue states and blue cities. It's also in red states and red cities too.
He knows.
I'm not going to tell you. It's happening both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time for talks over. Joe Biden, more than any other president, represents the system. He represents the man. He represents the permanent Washington power broker whose callous policies created the forgotten man. And what better way to send a message to the system than to vote for the man who the system is trying to destroy?
This video is for every single Black person out there. If you really want to over this government that has over your ancestors, if you really want to over this government that helped kill Martin Luther King Jr., man, I'm asking you to do me a favor. Go vote for Donald Trump. Stay up, because they've been it up for us for the longest, and it's been them. Vote for Donald Trump.
The Democrats have made Trump a martyr.
So everyone sees what's happening now, right? I would say, to that gentleman's point, I would say if you really want to, screw things up, don't vote for either one of these parties. Go vote for the Green Party if you really want to screw things up.
Yeah.
Black voters, come on over to the Green Party.
Yeah. My thing though is, I think there's a disconnect, because that last gentleman was half right. Like, the Democrats ain't do nothing for you. But going to the buddy of billionaires is not the way to go, because Donald Trump is just like Joe Biden. The Democrats and the Republicans are two sides of the same coin. See, that's the thing I think a lot of Black people just aren't thinking about, because they have this binary mindset. Well, I'm just going to go over to the Republicans. And it's like, nah, bruh. See, they're all part of the same thing. That's the trick of the system, right? Why am I going to go to a Long John Silver's on one side of the counter and it's the same store for the KFC? Like, nah, I'm not going to go to the KFC side and walk away from the Long John Silver side because you're still in the same building. You're still giving your money to the same boss at the end.
You don't go from Chick-fil-A, like you don't leave Chick-fil-A to go to KFC. You leave Chick-fil-A and you go to Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a silly mood, JB. I'm serious. Think about it. Think about it. Would you leave Chick-fil-A and go to KFC? No. You leave Chick-fil-A and you go to Popeyes and you get a real juicy chicken sandwich. That's what you do.
Yup. And I think that's something that's missing from a lot of Black people's political analysis. Because ultimately, yes, did Joe Biden create the crime bill in 94 that has contributed to mass incarceration? Yes. Who continues to use that law in order to continue mass incarceration? Donald Trump.
That's right.
We said defund the police so that we can actually have better resources in our neighborhoods. Joe Biden was like, no, we're going to fund the police more. Who also wants to fund the police more? Donald Trump. When George Floyd was murdered and Donald Trump was still president, we were getting our heads bashed in just for speaking our minds and using our First Amendment rights. Joe Biden was approving of people's heads getting bashed in, but Donald Trump's was too. So the thing is that Black people really need to stop looking for some head. And also, y'all need to research about Donald Trump and his racism. Yes, Joe Biden is racist. Leave his ass in the Democratic Party. But Donald Trump is also racist, and y'all need to leave his ass in the Republican Party. Because wasn't it Donald Trump who was discriminating against Black people when they own a building, an apartment building?
And in reference to tenants. Now, I know what some people are going to say, oh, that was in the past. You know, that was in the past. That was long ago. People can change.
That was in the past.
A lot of things were in the past. But it shows you, it tells you something about that person's character, right? So I think that's something you need to think about again. Like, this is what it's like. It's like going from one master to another master when you're still being enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
You need to leave both masters. Yeah. And I think that's what I want people to really grasp. Like, you don't, I want Black people in this country to feel like we don't have to belong to either one of these groups.
Yeah. And there's somebody that is in the chat that I think they actually approve of Trump. They said, tell me something that Donald Trump did that was racist. Tell me one thing that Donald Trump said was racist. I got one thing, the Central Park Five.
Central Park Five,
mm-hmm.
refusing to rent to Black
mm-hmm.
applicants. That's
mm-hmm.
another thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's just a couple of things just off the top of our heads. And then on top of that, even though the Central Park Five were exonerated, Donald Trump still thought they were guilty. He still wanted them to be executed.
Yeah, he called for their execution. Like, he didn't call for them to go to jail. He called for them to be executed. Yeah. Imagine if those guys would have been killed.
Mm-hmm. So is Donald Trump really cool with Black people? No. Donald Trump is cool with Joe Biden in secret. Donald Trump is cool with Hillary Clinton in secret. You actually think he actually cares about y'all?
Listen, all these people go to the same country clubs. Think about this, guys. All of these people can go to the same country club that you can't even step on the lawn. You can't even get through the gate. So regardless if they're a Democrat or Republican, they can all go to the same country club that you can't even get into. Think about that.
Here's the thing. Donald Trump and Joe Biden don't care about black people.
Nope.
That's the thing that I think a lot of people really need to get through to their heads. Black people, we need to talk.
Do you remember when Kanye West made that statement during Hurricane Katrina and he said, George Bush doesn't care about black people? Do you remember that, JB?
I remember it.
And I remember people like, it was such a controversial statement. And I'm like, well, what else could you say at that point in time when you see all those people in New Orleans left basically to fend for themselves in a city that was flooded, people sitting on the rooftops of their homes, people had no food, no nothing. And the US government basically acted like they didn't even exist. Same thing in reference to Hawaii and what you see happening right now in reference to Maui, where they can send billions of dollars to Ukraine, but they tell the people in Hawaii, here's $700 per household. They don't care about you. It doesn't matter if they're a Republican or a Democrat. At the end of the day, they look out for corporate interests, and you are not a part of corporate interest.
Yep. So the thing is like there is this, what's the word I want to use? It's like there's tokenism on both sides. And now guess what? There's going to be tokenism on the Republican Party too. Not going to be much different. It's going to be tokenism from Trump. There's going to be tokenism from Barack Obama, right?
There's already that right now with Vivek Ramaswamy.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And this is true. Top JJ said, didn't Trump take out a full-page ad in the New York Times lobbying for the execution of the Central Park Five? Yes, that's true. Y'all need to get off the plantation. Don't jump from one plantation to another just because, oh, this master, he's good white folk. Why don't we jump in plantations? Get off the plantation entirely. Good God.
Master was good to me.
Yeah.
Can I shout this out, JB?
Sure.
Thank you so much, Frank Johnson, for the $99.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Sabby and Jay, love from Memphis, Tennessee. The Dems have handed Trump the easiest victories. We can't stop the downward spiral of the U.S. empire. If we even have an election next year, it will be a shit show like we have never seen. It may be time to leave this country.
And you know what, Frank? You definitely do have a point. Unfortunately, there's a lot of us that we can't.
Expensive.
Yeah. I can't afford to. You know, I can't. Like, look, I'm literally struggling right now. It's ridiculous, you know? And there's a lot of us that want to, but we can't. And so if you can, then great. But pockets are empty, dog. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive to move, you know, domestically, let alone internationally.
Yeah.
But I totally hear where Frank's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Some people already left. Nico pieced out.
Yeah. I don't
Nico
blame
said, I am out of this country.
Yep. So there's another there's another video that I want to share. And you shared this on your channel. But I saw this. I was like, what in the world?
Oh, I know which one it is.
This is exactly, look, what y'all reading on that man's shirt is exactly what, and see, there's a black woman right behind him with a MAGA hat. Let's go.
Well, I'm here to support President Trump because they done did black men like this for decades, make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictments?
It's a bunch of bullshit. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She full of shit. She was full of shit then. So she's a puppet for the white liberal that is controlling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do. That's what I think about her, making a fool of herself.
Do you think it's going to help his election?
Of course it is. It's going to elevate him all the way. I think we should make Trump king. That's how I feel.
Wouldn't that be like kind of like communistic?
No, that's nowhere near communist. Now we're just going to make him king, but we still got our freedoms and rights and everything. He for that. Yeah, Trump for king 2024.
That's actually my URL. I own that URL.
You own that URL?
First of all, Americans need to understand and learn the definition of communism, one.
Thank you.
And two, you guys see what's happening? Trump for king? This country's laughable.
Yeah. And let me just go back over just a couple things this gentleman said, because I think that we need to address this.
I'm wearing my shirt, niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictments?
It's a bunch of bullshit. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She full of shit. She was full of shit then. So she's a puppet for the white liberal that is controlling everything.
If the Democratic Party had actually improved the justice system, the criminal justice system in this country, and made things more fair, instead of continuing to increase the police, and instead of allowing the Justice Department to target groups like the African People's Socialist Party, then maybe, just maybe, Black people wouldn't feel that the system is continuously unfair and then sympathize with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And they had their chance to improve things.
But this happened with O.J. Simpson too, Jaybe. And O.J. Simpson wasn't running for president, but this same thing happened. Why did so many people from the Black community sympathize with O.J.? No, not just because O.J. Simpson was Black, but because people felt like they were trying to take a Black man down. O.J. Simpson had no love for the Black community. Like, can we say it again? O.J. Simpson had no love for the Black community, didn't want anything to do with the Black community, purposely made sure he lived in a spot where there were no Black people. He did not want anything to do with the Black community. When O.J. Simpson was put on trial, the Black community showed overwhelming support for a man that wanted nothing to do with them, nothing to do with the Black community, because they felt like he was being weaponized by the legal system and the police. So here we go again. Different guy. But again, people feel like he's been created into a martyr, so to speak.
Yep.
Sometimes I think they all in on this together, Jaybe. Sometimes I think the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are in on this all together. Sometimes I think secretly behind the scenes, they're like, yeah, on this side, you guys, completely screw up, and then we'll come back in and we'll win next time. And you just keep people in this duopoly. Sometimes I feel like you do this together.
Sabs, you ruined the surprise.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's the point. I think the same thing too. I honestly think there's a great argument for, the Democrats and Republicans are all in on this together. And they're just like, we know Black people are fed up with us, so we're just going to move them over to the Republican side and let them simmer there for a little while. That's basically it. That's what I think.
And they'll keep us around, those of us in the Black community, the Democratic Party, they'll keep us around and for as long as they need to until we are no longer the population that they need in order to win.
Yep, exactly.
Then
Now,
they won't want to hear anything we have to say.
exactly. Let's go to this next video. Let's go.
Man, free Trump, man. Man, free Trump, man. This is a witch hunt. We don't even know what he did. They just making stuff up. Free Trump 2024.
2024 Trump all the way. If Donald Trump was here right now, what would you tell him?
That's my guy. Tell him to roll up. Come hit the spliff. He's the truth.
If Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him? Why?
He's a bad president. I love Donald Trump. Donald Trump dropped that good chicken. Good chicken, yeah. That's why I want Donald Trump back, man. They need to put Donald Trump back in Joe Biden.
Trump or DeSantis?
I'm going to be honest with you. I with Trump, to be honest with you, bro, for real, Trump really did this shit. And I like him because he's about money. It wasn't about no politics. He wanted to make America great again through Trump. You know what Trump did for us?
If Donald Trump was here right now, what would you tell him?
Run for president.
You vote for him?
I will vote for him. He was a good president.
Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Trump? Why?
He's just a real nigga. Like, I'd rather my president tell me exactly what it is than like beat around the bush, you know? Like, he just a real nigga. Like, he gonna let a nigga know what it is.
How do you feel about Trump getting indicted?
They need to free my boy.
Would you say that like this whole thing to try and arrest him is almost like a witch hunt? Would you say that?
Yep, because out of every other president, they only doing this for him. He's been exposing and they don't like that. Trump 2024, my brother.
They know they can't get him for
Wait, Jaybe, can you go back to him?
I ain't used to like that. But now, bro.
I'm sorry. Can you go back to him really quick? Just for 1 sec. I'm sorry. Can we start with him again? It's the way he said, my boy. Listen to this. It's funny.
Okay. Let me make sure okay.
How do you feel about Trump getting indicted?
They need to free my boy.
Would you say that like this whole thing to
I'm sorry.
Black people, I'm telling you, man.
Why did he say it like that, JB? Why?
My boy. Man, cookouts gotta be fun. Gotta be fun. Let's continue.
Trying to arrest him is almost like a witch hunt. Would you say that?
Yep, because out of every other president, they only doing this for him. He's been exposing and they don't like that. Trump 2024, my brother.
They know they can't.
Oh no, I can't.
I better. Oh, jeez. Dear Lord. Why in that?
I'm sorry.
And they don't like that. Trump 2024, my brother.
They know they can't get him for none of the real shit. We get it, gang.
Yeah.
I ain't used to like that. But now, bro, I realize that he meant well for the country and shit, bro. We need that back. Free Trump.
Trump or Biden?
Trump. I just feel that, you know, Trump had the country on a better path as far as economically. I just don't see what Biden's really done.
He put America first, so it makes sense. I like someone who likes to play his people first. He want to generate money and income, help out businesses. I got a business, so I fuck with that. Biden ain't with all that.
Trump or Biden?
Oh, Trump all day. Trump.
Why?
Because Trump is the greatest president of all time. He stood up against the establishment, the swamp. He woke up the people as a politician. Trump did everything that I would want my president of the United States to do. He supports everything that the founding fathers set up, and I support that as an American.
Do you think that
that looks like it's Miami?
He doesn't support everything the founding fathers set up because the founding fathers did not want political parties.
No. Also, they wanted a separation of church and state.
Ding, ding, ding.
So, no. Neither party. We got to keep hammering that home. Neither party, baby. All right.
Trump should run for president in 2024.
Yes, I think he should run for president. He's going to win presidency. So make sure you go and put your votes in for Trump ASAP.
Why?
Because he's the best president we ever had. He's for the people. He's for all of us. Whether you black, brown, white, whatever the color, whatever, it don't mean nothing. Trump's here for us. Let's support him. Let's get out there and let's rock with him. Trump 2020.
How do you approve of Joe Biden's administration?
0. He took too much money, bro. He stole the money and let his son do coke with it, bro. Biden is trash. He is ass. He is gas. They need to get him out here real fast. We need a hero.
This is a mess. This is a mess. Oh no. No. Remember the woman from Mad TV? No.
No. Means he's like, no. He looking like a man.
Or Stuart, no.
Look what I can do.
Now, Stuart, no, you don't go there and start pooping in your pool. All right. All right. Dear God, this is hilarious.
We need a hero. Trump was a hero. He gave us the money. We want.
She's a 10, but she voted for Biden.
No, she is a 0. We need him back, man. We need Trump. Trump gave a lot of black people money, free money, that a lot of y'all probably don't know about.
Do you think that Trump did more for the black community than Joe Biden?
Yeah. Trump.
She's a 10, but she voted for Trump.
If she voted for Trump, she's 100. He had the gas prices right, inflation looking right. Why is eggs $12, man? Biden. Trump 2024, make America great again. Man, peace out.
She's a 10, but she voted for Biden.
A 1.
She a 1?
Fuck that bitch. I love Donald Trump. Trump wanted us to get off our ass and get some money. Trump 2020.
She's a 10, but she voted for Biden.
Hell nah, fuck that bitch. I'm with Donald Trump. If that bitch ain't voting Donald Trump, I can't fuck with her.
Why?
Because, man, Trump for the people. He don't like lazy people. See, Biden, he be falling asleep and shit.
Yep.
So that mean the girl.
This is ridiculous.
Let's go.
Girl falling asleep. I need somebody that's woke and know what the fuck going on.
He needs somebody that's woke. Sab.
Jaybe.
So now Trump is woke.
See, here we go.
Is that what we're going now?
That's what people are doing now.
Oh my gosh. Dear Lord.
If people want to be delusional, I can't rock with them. See, the girl, she tripping. She need to vote for Trump.
Hello, people. How you doing? I was just sitting here and it just swelled up something in my spirit. I'm just going to come on here and say it, man. Mr. President Donald Trump, I want to meet you so bad. Mainly to apologize face to face for allowing the media to influence my opinion of you.
Good for you.
I've been digging and doing my research, man. So many hidden things that they hid, that you were doing. If you run again, you have my vote this time.
Up there it says Black Lives MAGA. Wow.
USA! USA! USA!
This country is one long sitcom.
Yep. Absolutely.
But again, I feel like part of this is because Americans need someone to believe in. And I wish these guys were saying this about the Green Party or about Cornel West instead. Like, look outside the duopoly. Stop looking at Republican and Democrat. But I think it's going to take more education, right? To educate people that there are other options outside both of these parties.
Yep, absolutely. So there's two conflicting articles that I wanted to go over. Here is the continuation of this. This one's from the Washington Examiner. It says backlash to Trump mugshot is growing, particularly among Black men. So this is out of Washington Examiner. So this is one side, and now I'm showing you guys the other opposite side. It says intoxicated by the thrill of humiliating former President Donald Trump for the fourth time, Democrats opted to take and release a mugshot following his arrest in Fulton County, Georgia. It was a serious miscalculation, and the realization of this foolish, unforced error is just beginning to sink in. Perhaps the most immediate consequence of this colossal blunder was that it was instantly catapulted Trump to legend status in the eyes of Black men who lined the streets at his motorcade wound its way to the Fulton County Jail just last week. They see the mugshot as a symbol of the man sticking it to the people, a feeling of which they are intimately familiar. Now, I have the video of Black people cheering on Trump in the hood. It's not, it's real.
I think I saw this one.
Yeah.
This is
so
something else.
There's a lot more. Like, I have a lot of video of stuff like this, but due to the sake of time, I can't go over it all, but there's a lot.
There's a lot on TikTok, you guys. Like, if you wanted to see more, it's more than people realize.
Sabs, I didn't even go to TikTok. This is all just Twitter. So let's show.
Donald Trump. I'm talking about they got everybody. Look at that fucked up.
Mm-hmm. They're not cheering for Biden. Jonathan, I love you, Jonathan. Jonathan said Trump is no Malcolm X. You are right.
Absolutely. Definitely. Also, I just want to share now, here is the opposite side. I feel like we're going from the Crips to the Bloods. This one is Fox News host pushes racist narrative. More Black voters support him because of his mugshot. The blurb says, if anything, Black people are happy to see the mugshots of Trump and his co-defendants go viral because how often Black people's mugshots are highlighted in the media. So it says, in today's episodes of White People, we can hear you, right? Fox News host Jesse Waters was demonstrating that white conservatives can't even share delusions about Black people joining the MAGA world without being racist. We've seen in time and time again the way Republicans and their constituents show their desperation to show more Black friends into their old white party. We've seen how they jump up in excitement like dogs, vigorously wagging their tails at even the slightest indication that Donald Trump and or other GOP candidates are rising in the polls with Black voters. So this person basically is saying that it is racist to assume that Black people are going to identify with Trump just because he has a mugshot.
Well, I think they're looking at this the wrong way, but they're doing that on purpose, right? Like, obviously they have their own narrative that they want to follow as well. I think that what should be said is that are Black people resonating with the mugshot, or are they resonating with the sound of the police? And I think it's the sound of the police. It's the policing, law enforcement, the way that Black people have been treated and harassed by the police in especially urban Black communities, right? So when they see what's happened with Donald Trump and they hear indictment after indictment after indictment after indictment, and then they see him coming in to turn himself in the state of Georgia, and they know that he's running for president, well, then they see that, okay, the police are trying to take this man down. The law enforcement is trying to take him down. That's the thing. And here's the thing, JB. If that's what people are paying attention to, they are less likely and less willing to look at each indictment and look at all the details to see what the charges actually are. And most people that I've spoken to have not looked at the charges. And the reason why they're not looking at it is because they've already established that this is politically motivated. The indictments didn't happen until after Donald Trump announced that he was running for president. So when people see they're like, oh, this is rigged, they're just trying to take him down and prevent him from running for president, they're less likely to look at the actual charges. We were just talking about this on Bad Faith. And one of the things that I mentioned to Bree is that when it comes to all of these indictments, the one that they're more likely to actually get him on, that I think actually does have more weight, is the Georgia indictment. It's not the January one. It's not indictments 1 through 3. Those are what they are. But I think some of the evidence that I've seen that's been presented in reference to the Georgia indictment, that's the one I think that they can hit him heavy on. But again, because of the way that they went about doing it, if they don't let JB, you tell me what you think. If I really feel that if they do not let Donald Trump run in 2024, I think people are going to lose it.
Yeah, they're going to lose it. There's going to be a ton of people that are going to lose it. So that's basically how it's going to happen. They're going to try to make it like that. But ultimately, I mean, they want it to be a hyper-partisan war because they want people to cheer for teams. That's basically it. And the thing is, people need to get out of this red team, blue team game and actually start thinking of, instead of left versus right, they need to start thinking about class. And the thing is, a lot of people are not connecting the fact that Donald Trump is part of the class that keeps us down.
And that $7 million that went to Trump's campaign after that mugshot, why wasn't $7 million spent towards mutual aid?
Yeah, and improving the community.
Exactly.
But the thing is that it's just like, for instance, we have some people who are assuming that we would be embracing Trump in his stream when, in fact, I don't think they actually watched any of RBN before. So T-Shirt King says, I really don't understand. Are you guys trolling black men? Number one, you're talking to a black man, first of all and foremost. Number two, we have said time and time again, both parties are trash, and including Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So it's okay when we bash Joe Biden because the Democrats and Joe Biden are horrible. But the moment we bash Donald Trump, oh, something's wrong with us. Nah, because the thing is that they're both exactly the same. It's just one is orange and one doesn't know what day it is. That's the only difference. And so here's the thing that a lot of people need to realize. Joe Biden is a lackey of the billionaire class. Donald Trump is also a friend and compadre of the billionaire class. They both fight for the billionaires. What in the world is the difference? This is something that people really need to get through their heads. And guess what? If you become a billionaire, you didn't do it by just working hard. You don't work hard to earn $1 billion. I'll say this to Jay-Z. I'll say this to Rihanna. I'll say this to Donald Trump. I'll say this to Byron Allen. I'll say this to Tyler Perry. I'll say this to Oprah Winfrey. They did not earn $1 billion. So guess what? That means they had to exploit. That's right, exploit. So if you're sitting here cheering for a billionaire, you're literally cheering for an exploiter. If you're cheering for Joe Biden, you're cheering for somebody that is for the exploitation of people by means of billionaires.
And you're doing exactly what the establishment wants you to do. They want you to focus on red team, blue team instead of focusing on the money.
Y'all got to get off the plantation, man. Get off the plantation.
Mm-hmm.
Red plantation, blue plantation. Just get off of both of them. This is why people are coming into comments getting all mad because, oh, suddenly we have the nerve to bash Trump. Come on, man.
I told you, people, Americans, like, it's just, it really does. It's a thing. Like, Americans need to have some type of a ideological hero.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? Does your life cease to exist if you don't have someone that you consider to be a hero on either side of the political aisle? No, it does not. Like, stop pointing towards one person to be your savior and to idolize, and organize with people in your community and save yourself.
Yep, we save us. And don't get me wrong, I'm talking shit about Biden, but also same thing with Obama, right? Same thing with Clinton. Hell, I'll even go so as far as same thing with Carter. And then on top of it, with George W. Bush.
Yep.
They're all part of the same club.
And all were selected.
Yup. And by the way, Joe Biden and the Democrats are not the left. Let's get it through your head. They're not the left at all. So yeah, let's put things in perspective. Now, let me get to the super chats. So to make sure I didn't see. Okay. Thank you so much, Donald B. He says, I got 5 on it, messing with that Indo.
I remember that song.
You see, Roger Meadow says, regarding Forgotten Man, you said what I was going to say. Thank you. Patrick S. says, don't get it twisted. No black agenda, no vote. Thank you so very much.
There you go.
T-shirt King says, so the title of this live is misleading. I thought you were supposed to supporting the Forgotten. You're trolling the Forgotten? Yeah, no. Actually, in fact, I'm one of those Forgotten. I am a black, disabled, queer man that's completely forgotten. Because the Biden administration doesn't care about me and doesn't give a shit about me. And the Trump administration doesn't care about me and doesn't give a shit about me. So,
and I just want to point out, I'm sorry, can I point something out? I just want to point out, it's interesting to me that their picture is of MLK, but MLK also explained to you what this really meant. MLK also warned you, especially before he was killed. MLK talked about the bottom up.
And y'all cheering for somebody at the top.
People kill me, man. People kill me. I can't, JB. I can't.
So, this is a good question. Goba44 says, do you think this is happening organically, or is the CIA stirring people into a psyop?
I wouldn't put it past them.
Me neither. Because this is their specialty. Yep. I honestly do think so. All right, so let me go to Rockfin. Go to that chat before we head on out. Trolling the Forgotten. Meanwhile, me, CJ, Nick, and Rome have been forgotten all this damn time by both parties. This is why we're saying leave both parties. I wish Rome was in this. Rome was on the stream right now. Okay. So thank you so much for all the chats, Dave Bird. Thank you so much for the tip, Dave Bird said. Thank you so much for that. Oh my goodness. Yes, Case has great patience, Dave. Thank you for the tip, Roger. Roger says, this proves the Black community was not a monolith. You are wrong on two fronts, Jay. Obama never had a black card. I'm sorry. I'm gonna accept. I accept your critique, Roger. Obama never had a black card, and he had it on layaway with us. 2, Lil Wayne has no lyrical. Ooh, Lil Wayne has no lyrical skills. Hey, if West don't win, and I am one of the few who thinks he can. Good news is Trump and Joe has only 4 years left. You have to remember, black men in the hood, not all respect gangsters. In the 90s, all the rappers forgot they were black. And so he continues, he says, and all thought that they were Italian mafia. Ooh, that's true. Remember all those junior mafia, the firm with AZ, Nas, and Foxy Brown, also Jay-Z. Remember Foxy saying Italiano got the Luciano. They were just returning to their 90s roots, yak. All kidding aside, I love to talk about these brothers and make the convo about Trump and not make the convo about Trump and make it what we can get done without politicians and ask them also to look at their governor's race. That's actually really true.
I gotta go, JB, but peace out, guys.
All right. What are you on your show tonight, Sabs?
4 news stories tonight. Bye.
All right. Take care, Sabs. I'll finish reading these up.
Okay.
All right, bye. Thank you for the next tip. Roger says, but like every sellout, Sab, OJ came running back faster than a Stacy who dashed for the exit when them folks told her, you better go out and get out of here or else we'll throw you out. We got our new it girl, Owens. They all come back, Sab. They all come back. All these people are interviewing, 90% of them don't even have never or won't vote, LOL. Do any of y'all Negroes who vote see any of the Negroes in line to vote? Last time I voted, I was pretty much the youngest person. Back in 2020, I was the youngest person in line. I didn't see a lot of these dudes who are younger than me or appear my age. Wow. Thank you so very much, Roger, for the next one. He says, you have to remember, this is all a result of Dems using the feminist movement to infiltrate, to co-opt our community, to separate black men and women. This is the rise of Oprah, Destiny's Child, independent woman, but even songs like that decades before Destiny's Child, there was always an attempt to remove the black man from the home and say you don't need them. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that there is, I think the eliminating the black man from the home really was part of what we saw as far as the drug war and the CIA, selling drugs into our neighborhoods, things like that, and then wanting to basically put us back into slavery. That's basically what it is. And that had an effect on us. But at the same time, I also see that there needs to be an autonomy amongst black women as well. But there needs to be a solidarity among both black men and women. So, all right. And let me make sure I did not skip any super chats in here. I'm hungry, y'all. I got to get going. Slava Kokian said more affordable living and less evictions. Yeah. By the way, Trump is a landlord, and y'all know how I feel about landlords. Top JJ says, don't forget Biden worked 40 years to defund Social Security and cut Medicare. True evil. Yes, absolutely, as well. Robert Templeton says we really need to have a talk with our rulers, representatives, about how we need costs to go down or wages to go way up. We need an Estates General before we have no other choice but revolution. I think we're past that point, Robert. I'm going to be honest with you. I think revolution is in the cards. Eric T. Red says, I got a new thing. MCDS, money, corruption, demands, solutions. I'll probably talk about it tonight at the end of the Sabby show. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Can't wait to hear it. Leanne says, TikTok and Marianne Williamson's all over TikTok too. Hashtag Cornell West 2024 is ground for truth. Yep. Funny thing is, there's a black man running on all the things that would benefit black people, and yet they're not even looking at him. It's kind of funny. Media Dream said, I sent you 2 super chats, JB. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me look. It probably didn't automatically star like it was supposed to. My bad, Media Dreams. Oh, I found the one. All right, let me start out really quick, and then let me go look for the other so that we have it. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat. Media Dream says, Sabby, it's like Jason Burma says, be your own hero. Very good. All right. And then Media Dreams also says, those guys didn't seem so forgotten. They were all shopping a Dolce & Gabbana and Louis Vuitton, and they were calling people lazy. Thank you. I'm just saying, like, go to the hood and then talk to people, right? All right. So making sure I get to a few people before we go. I think I sent you some you ain't read. Really? Was it super chats or Rockfin tips? Probably was super chats. Okay. All right. Let me make sure. Why isn't it automatically starring like it's supposed to? It's like it does it some of the way, but then it won't do it. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? StreamYard, tighten up. Let me see. Okay. All right. Man. Yeah, I find it really interesting how some people are just like upset that we're literally critiquing Donald Trump. And, you know, we're seeing Donald Trump. We saw Donald Trump for who he really is. I mean, that's no secret. But then, you know, it's like one side will get mad at you for critiquing Joe Biden. You know, the liberals will be like, oh, my God, I can't believe you're critiquing Joe Biden. Joe Biden is doing the best he can. But then you critique Donald Trump, and then you get people who are angry at you on that side too. And it's just like, wait a minute, they're both the same person. And oh my God. And then you dare say that they're the same person. And people are like, oh my God, how can you say that? And I'm just like, well, because it's true. Like, look at the policies. Like, they're basically the same people. People are like, well, one cares about black people. No, neither care about black people. Hell, Obama didn't really even care about black people. And Obama was black. Like, my gosh. This is why, you know, we have to get off the plantation. You know, we have to stop looking for these masters. I found the first one, Roger. Let me see if there's any others. But yeah, we have to get off this plantation. And this is why, I mean, Roger got a point where he says we need to get out of, oh yeah, I forgot to start that. We have to get out of this party system, like just no parties in general. And I am sorry that any of you guys feel mad for me critiquing Trump or Biden, but I'm gonna say it with my whole chest. Fuck them both. Because they ain't this shit for me. Neither one of them. Neither one of us. All right, so let me make sure I get to these. Aisha says, even though it is neat to see folks not wanting Biden, they all sound propagandized. Yep, very sad. Trump was definitely pro-empire. He was, and that's the problem. Because here's the thing. People will be like, oh my God, Trump wants to get out of Ukraine, but Trump wants to go against China. What's the difference? Right? He still wants to go to war with somebody. Roger Meadows says, hey, it's my Uncle Ruckus. Wonder what happened to him. Oh, Lord, Roger. And Roger says, I want Pop and KFC to experiment with air fry healthier. That'll be interesting. All right, so I think I'm done. Went a little over, but yeah. Thank you so very much, everybody. Yep. And Vixtix says it's a political shell game, divide and conquer. Absolutely. So thank you so much to everybody. If you guys have not already, we are raising funds for our graphics designer, Erin. She does amazing work. You guys can go to Venmo at Revolutionary Blackout or Cash App. You guys can go to $ Mutual Aid Forever. And in addition to, and furthermore, if you guys would like to, I am raising funds for the Orlando RB and Revolutionary Blackout Network chapter for mutual aid. We have a goal of $750. We only have 5% left to go, and you guys can go to Cash App $ Orlando RBN in order to donate. We are almost there. This is going to be amazing, and we will be doing the action later in the month of September. We just got to get the supplies and create the care packages, and once we do that, then we will be good to go. So as far as that's concerned, I am going to give a shout out to Alejandro. Thank you so much for the $100, Alejandro. Devin, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much. We made the goal. We made the goal, everybody. We did it. Yes. Oh my God, we're gonna be helping out so many people homeless in Orlando. Oh snap, we are actually over our goal, which means we get to make extra care packages. Do you guys know how awesome this is? Thank you so very much. Woo, holy shit, I cannot believe this. I am so happy. Yo, I'm getting emotional right now. Wow. Yo, I cannot wait to tell the rest of the members of the chapter. If they're watching, dude, oh my God. Oh, we're going to make the care packages. I'm going to record us making the care packages. And then when we go out, I'm going to go live here on RBN as we're passing them out. And it's going to be amazing. I'm just so excited. Yo. And I just want to give a special thank you also to all the RBN members as well. Thank you to Sabby, CJ, Nick, Rome. Thank you guys for encouraging me to do this. I almost didn't do this chapter. This is going to be the great first event. I cannot wait. Be sure to be tuned in on September 23rd, Saturday, when we go live. And we're going to be doing this and showing how mutual aid is done on the streets. And I am so excited. So thank you so very much to everybody. Look, like I always say, water your plants, water yourselves, Leave the world better than you found it. And a lot of y'all just already did that. And even if you weren't able to donate, you guys shared or talked about it. Look, you still also left the world better than you found it with your words and with your energy and with your well wishes. So thank you so very much to everybody. Love you all. Mwah. Look, Sabby Sab starts in 30 minutes. Be sure to be in her chat early and say your hellos. My name is James Fauntleroy. Y'all have a great night. Bye.